Here is a powerful verse from the book of Amos, specifically verse number 9 in chapter 2. This is one of the great verses. What does great mean? It means that if you hold on to this verse, it will make a huge, huge, huge difference in your life. What does the verse say? And I destroyed the powerful Amorite nations before them, meaning the Amorites, those formidable enemies who resisted the divine movement of the Lord's people. The Lord destroyed them. Let's continue the verse. This Amorite was incredibly tough and formidable. His towering height was like the height of the cedars, and he was as strong as the mighty oaks. That means, just like the cedar and the oak, these are very, very, very strong and resilient trees. They are solid, deep-rooted, and can easily withstand the harshest weather conditions and heavy snow, much like the cedar. So, you see, the enemy was exceptionally tough. It was not an easy task at all for him to be removed. This is an expression of a very serious and persistent problem in your life that you simply can't seem to move on your own. The Lord says to you today, I have destroyed before you the Amorite, whose height was like the towering height of the cedar tree, and who was as strong as the ancient oak. Now the next part is the continuation of the verse. This is what's really, really, really important. Completely destroyed. I have destroyed his fruit from high above, and his deep roots from down below. His fruit from above and his roots from below. What I mean is, what kind of fruit is this? It's not just the fruit that the Lord destroyed. No, because if you remove the fruit from a tree, what does that mean? After a few months, it will bear fruit again, and after a few more months, it will bear fruit again. Every time you remove the fruit, new fruit grows. That's not solving the problem. But the real solution is to go to the root. Reaching it means reaching the roots of the problem. Exactly, great. I told you, many things in your life will change. If you believe that the Lord doesn't just remove the problem, He removes the root, the very origin of the problem. Let me give you some examples. For example, your health is always troubled by illnesses. Well, the Lord doesn't just heal you from all of these different illnesses. But what is the reason you get sick so often? What is the reason? It could be that your immunity is weak. Okay, why is it weak? Because you are always anxious and afraid. So how does the Lord solve this problem? When I go to Him, He removes the root from me. He solves the problem of weak immunity and the causes behind it. He removes the fear and He removes the anxiety. Believe that the Lord treats the problem from its roots, from its very deepest roots. For example, consider your son because he doesn't feel secure. He always ends up going down the wrong path. He never knows what to do because he is troubled inside. He doesn't feel secure. So what's the solution to this problem? Let the Lord point out why your son acts this way. Why is he always fighting? Why does he always come back from school having hurt someone? Why? The Lord points it out. Yes, the trunk of the tree, which means the roots. The word roots in the Bible means the foundation and the root. The root of the problem is that your son doesn't feel secure. If he feels secure, all of his traits will change. Go to the Lord and ask Him to resolve the problem from its roots. It could be that you are very irritable at home. The Lord will not only help you overcome your irritability, He will remove the cause of your irritability. Why are you irritable? Why? Why are you irritable? Surely you are not at peace inside. So what is the Lord doing with this Amorite? He removes the irritability and the causes of irritability. What exactly is the fundamental root cause of irritability? What is, for example, the underlying psychological reason that sexual temptation might be so powerfully attractive to you? Well, the Lord looks at what the reason is. Part of the problem is that you are not at peace, that you have a sense of inner emptiness. The Lord addresses the very roots, meaning He deals with the foundations. This is a truly great verse, forever and ever. This fruit comes from above, but it's not just about the fruit. Because if it's just the fruit, then that's only a temporary solution. And so often we solve our problems with temporary solutions. I mean, instead of having surgery and removing the problem, I just take some daily medication, okay? But then the illness inevitably returns back again, doesn't it? You see, temporary treatment is simply not the ultimate and divine treatment. The divine treatment is the radical treatment, addressing the problem at its very core. Once and for all, its fruit comes from above, and its roots originate from deep down below.